Hey there, getting a type 2 diabetes diagnosis? Man, it can feel like a lot. It's confusing, it's scary, but what if I told you that you could understand the whole thing with a simple idea? A key and a lock. In this explainer, we're going to demystify what's really happening inside your body and show you a clear path to taking back control. So if you've just gotten the news, your head is probably spinning, right? So many medical terms, so much information. It's totally normal to feel overwhelmed and a little lost. So let's just cut through all the noise and start with the most important question. What is actually going on inside your body? Okay, so the best way to really get a handle on this is with a super simple analogy. I want you to just think of a key and a lock. Because the real problem here, the thing at the very heart of type 2 diabetes, is something called insulin resistance. Now, this is the part that blows a lot of people's minds, so listen close. In type 2 diabetes, it's not that your body is missing the key. You're still making plenty of insulin. The real issue is that the lock on your body's cells is all jammed up, so the key just can't do its job. It's stuck. All right, so let's walk through this step by step. Imagine you eat a meal. Your body turns that food into glucose, which is basically energy for your cells. Simple enough. In response, your pancreas sends out insulin. That's our key. That key travels over to your muscle cells and tries to unlock the door to let all that glucose in for fuel. But here's the problem. In type 2 diabetes, the lock is literally gummed up, by things like inflammation or a little extra fat. So the key goes in, but it won't turn. The door stays shut, and all that glucose energy gets stuck outside, floating around in your bloodstream. And that, in a nutshell, is high blood sugar. This is where a lot of confusion comes in. The difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes. With type 1, it's an autoimmune thing, where the pancreas just stops making insulin. The key is gone. But with type 2, which is what we're talking about, the key is there. The body's making it. The lock is just jammed. And that distinction is everything, because it means we can actually do something to fix the lock. Okay, so what? A little extra sugar floating around in your blood? What's the big deal, right? Well, it's a huge deal. This isn't just about a number on a test. Over time, that high blood sugar starts to have some very real and honestly pretty serious effects on your whole body. Even day to day, you might feel it. That drain on your energy, maybe your mood is all over the place. But the long-term stuff, that's where we really need to pay attention. Think of that extra sugar like sandpaper, constantly rubbing against the inside of your blood vessels and nerves. That damage adds up, and it dramatically increases the risk for really serious things like heart attacks, strokes, kidney disease, even blindness. This is why getting a handle on it is so critical. Now, I know that sounds scary, but here's where the story takes a turn for the better. This is where we need a really powerful shift in how we think about this. Let's stop using the word cure because that's not quite right. Instead, let's focus on a much more achievable and way more empowering goal: remission. So, what in the world is remission? It's actually pretty simple. It's when your blood sugar levels get back into a normal, healthy, non-diabetic range. It means your body is becoming sensitive to insulin again. The lock isn't jammed anymore. Now, it's not a permanent, one-and-done cure. If you fall back into old habits, the problem can come back. But it is absolutely a state you can get to, and more importantly, stay in. And this isn't some fuzzy, feel-good idea. It's something you can actually measure. There's a test called an HbA1c. Think of it like a batting average for your blood sugar over the last 3 months. The goal, the big win, is to get that number down into the 4 to 5.5% range. That's the clinical bullseye for remission. It's a real target you can aim for. And here's the absolute best part. This isn't about some short-term fix where you're miserable forever. The reality is, and this is so hopeful, many people stay in remission for years just by sticking with some healthy habits. It's all about sustainable change that leads to a long, healthy life. Okay, so that's the goal. Fix the jammed lock, aim for remission. That brings us to the million-dollar question, right? How? How do you actually do that? Well, it turns out you have 4 incredibly powerful tools at your disposal. And we're not talking about complicated surgeries or anything like that. We're talking about practical, daily actions that you are 100% in control of. This is your path to reversing that insulin resistance. So here they are, your 4 keys to unjamming the lock. The food you choose to eat, how much you move your body each day, the quality of your sleep, and how you handle stress. That's it. Each one is a critical piece of the puzzle. So let's see how they work together to fix that lock. Smart food choices, that helps reduce the stuff that's jamming the lock in the first place. Movement,
Oh, that's amazing, because it forces your muscles to burn up the sugar that's in your blood and it makes the locks way more receptive. And then sleep and stress, they're huge. Getting good sleep and managing stress helps balance out hormones like cortisol that actually make the whole situation worse. See? They all team up.
And this is probably the most important thing to remember. The problem actually contains the solution. The very same daily choices that can lead to insulin resistance are the exact same ones that can reverse it. That puts the power right back where it belongs, with you.
But listen, having the power doesn't mean you have to go it alone. Please don't. In fact, you absolutely shouldn't. The last crucial piece of this puzzle is partnering up with your support system, your doctor and your healthcare team.
Think of your doctor and your healthcare team as your coaches. They're in your corner. They're the ones who will track your progress, help adjust your medications as you get healthier, which is an awesome thing, by the way, and they'll be there to cheer you on and help you navigate any challenges. You're not a patient, you're a team. So really, it all boils down to a simple, powerful formula. Your lifestyle changes plus great medical care, that equals your absolute best shot at success. They work together, hand in hand.
So there you have it. The lock on your cells might be a little jammed right now, but you hold all the tools you need to fix it. And listen, the path to remission isn't about some massive overnight transformation. It's just about starting. So I'll leave you with this one question. What is one small, totally doable change you can make today to get started on your journey?